Hey everyone, and welcome to season 2 of Linking to the Afterlife. This season will continue with our soul existence readings and connecting with your loved ones in spirit. We will also be adding a few organic chats with friends and episodes explaining more about communicating with the afterlife. If you'd like to be a guest on the podcast, see the show notes. Thanks for listening. How did you hear about me?
Found you on TikTok.
Oh,
Yeah,
thank you. That's fabulous. That's
you're
fabulous.
welcome.
I appreciate that. Okay, I'm ready to get started. You good? Any other questions about the reading itself?
No.
You're good. All right. So we're going to start with both closing our eyes. And we're going to take 3 full breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, breathing in and exhaling, letting go of everything we brought before this moment. Breathing in and exhaling, softening from the head down through the toes. Breathing in and exhaling, opening the heart and opening the mind. State out loud, I am open to receive.
I am open to receive.
Fabulous. You can open your eyes now. For me, state your first name and the phrase, it's a beautiful day.
Thalia, it's a beautiful day.
The feeling that I have is I got to sit back. I got to sit back and not like be all, oh, the moment. I got to sit back. I got to take my breath. I got to take my time with this. I just felt a lot more peaceful when I drew my shoulders back and down. That helped my back and that helped my breath. Do you find yourself that way?
Yeah.
I feel you also have this ability to see what's going on in front of you, to see, not just literally, but figuratively, spiritually. You have an ability to metaphorically see, yes, no, or maybe.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I'm gonna elaborate a little bit on that. Let's say, if a situation is in front of you, you have this great ability to dive deeper into the emotions of everyone and figure them out. Yes?
Yes.
Right now, I'll just tell you, who's speaking to me is just spirit. I don't know who it is
Mhm.
yet. I'm just hearing and sensing things.
I was just wanting to tell you that it's pronounced like the Thalia.
Thalia, thank you.
Thalia, you're welcome.
Thank you. I'm hearing also that some things make you uncomfortable. And during those uncomfortable times, you tend to back away. Does that make sense?
Yes.
You don't just back away, but you shy away, like you back up, still facing the situation, metaphorical situation, but you don't just turn and walk away like, I don't need this. You back up, which to me means you're more shying away from the true meaning, the true gift of who you are, anything like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. You doing okay?
Yeah.
I feel also there are things in your life that literally that are waiting to drop. You know how sometimes people will say, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I
Mhm.
feel like constantly there's something, 3 or 4 or 5 things that are constantly, you're just waiting around, waiting for the other shoe to drop. Would that make sense?
Like something bad or annoying to happen.
I don't like the word bad.
Yeah.
Good, bad, right, or wrong. We'll say just things like you're
Stressful,
aware
I
of.
guess.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're aware of
Yeah.
things that are going to happen, and it could be good, it could be bad. Again, not using those terms, but you're aware of, and maybe just teetering on the edge of something's going to happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And spirit's telling me, because of what I just said, these things that you wait to drop are not heavy things. They're not going to fall on your head and crush you. Metaphors, right? It's all about metaphors with spirit.
Hmm.
They're not going to come at you and knock you over. They're
Hmm.
not going to swipe you to the side like so strong they swipe you like a wave, a big incoming wave. They're telling me that it's just something inside of you that is fearful of what those things are going to do to you. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
And what I'm getting at from spirit is more than the actual thing itself, you stress out. You stress out before the shit even happens. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes, because your mind, your physicalness, your humanness is playing that tape. We're going to figure out where it came from, but is playing that tape of something that happened in the past. I don't know if it's past this life or a past life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes or no?
Yes.
Have you ever done any work with your past lives?
No.
You're familiar with them, no?
Yes.
And you're familiar with how they could take over this life, how they can bleed through into this life?
Yes.
So I already see a past life, but I want to make sure everything I just said was acknowledged by you. So do you have questions about what Spirit just said?
No. Yeah. No questions.
Okay, so it was all a big yes, right? They hit the
Pretty
nail.
much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Along with the fear, I have anxiety. I feel like people are chasing me. I feel like I have to run, right? This is me speaking and feeling your soul, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I have to run, and I feel there's a large portion of me that doesn't accept feminine, that doesn't accept creation, that doesn't accept, you understand what I mean when I say feminine, just the whole aspect of creative side, softer side. So I'm still feeling this past life, right? I'm not going to give you the image yet, but I'm feeling what this past life or piece of your soul is telling me about you now. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So does the image of you running away, not fully accepting this feminine aspect of yourself, does that hit home?
A little, yeah, it does.
This is full feminine that I see that's running away, when really what we want down the road is to pull feminine and masculine together so that they can work together. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I
not
do.
be at opposite sides of each other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Questions now about that. You good?
No, I'm good.
I'm going to go back just for a moment to all those things that you thought would fall on you or swipe you away, right? The other shoe to drop. I'm going to tell you right now that most of them have already dropped. Most of those challenges or things that you might foresee have already happened. And I'm not sure if they're saying already happened in your whole life, or like Spirit just said, poof, they're done.
Mm-hmm.
So you might going forward, you might want to watch out when you start to think that way.
Yeah.
To say, oh, Spirit already took care of that for me. I'm going to move on. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like they did it already for you. So what do you need to say to Spirit right now?
Thank you.
That's it. That's it. That's it. You must have been ready for it. You hear what I'm saying? The way they just cleared it all for you. Because now they're saying, okay, let's go. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I'm hearing the name Teresa. Does that name mean anything to you in this life? Yes or no?
It doesn't.
It could be in this world. It could be in the world that, that people that have passed, or I could be hearing something from your soul in those past lives that was your name. But I'm going to go with Teresa. I'll put it off to the side for a moment, but we'll just see if that's her name in that life. That soul's name was Teresa, with a TH too. That was pretty specific, which I find interesting, because sometimes that's a lead through with this life too, because that's the way you spell your name now. So let's go into this past life. You ready?
Yeah.
And think about everything that Spirit just said through me,
Mm-hmm.
how this going into this past life is going to heal that piece, help that piece.
Okay.
Right? Because I believe we're already healed, but it's going to help you along as the human that you are. Got it?
Okay.
So it's coming from the left side of me. Left side is feminine. Left side is that creative piece. And when I first brought it up, when it first came out of my mouth, there was this girl. I would say she was in her mid-teens, 16, 17, 18. And she was running away from something. Do you understand? Remember when I said, do you feel like you're running away from something?
Mm-hmm.
So right away, the age could tell us something also. When you in this physical world were 16, 17, 18, did something happen that might have caused you to run? Did you run away, literally? Did you feel that there was something that, the shoe dropped and you went, I'm out of here? Anything during that age frame?
I would just say that I had a lot of anxiety come up or maybe start around that time,
Okay.
but not literally. I can't think of any sort of literal or situation
So you
metaphorically.
can see how it bleeded into this in
Mhm.
this existence at the exact same age it happened in that existence. Okay, that's how this works. Perfect. You got it. You felt it and you remember it. Okay, so this 16, 17, 18-year-old girl running and constantly looking behind her like something's coming up. If she doesn't run faster, it's going to catch. Do you understand her?
Mm-hmm.
And so feel with me while I'm going through the image. Have the image in your head too, right? I want it to come out of my mouth into your head. And she's dressed in all black. It's a dress, it's lacy, it's black, it's a little dirty, like she has only one dress in her life. She's worn it all the time. Is that making sense? Did you go through a period where you wore black?
I just often wear the same thing all the time, like overwear things, which is what stuck with me.
I mean, she loves what she has on. It's not that she doesn't love it. I just want to image it for you.
Yeah.
It makes it difficult to run, though. You understand? Because it's a long dress. Remember the days of, like, we're going back with this soul piece of you. We're going back. Western days, that time, but yet earlier, where women just wore long dresses and long sleeves and, but I viewed them more as having, lighter colors on. For some reason, though, you've got the dark on. It's like it's your cross to bear. In that lifetime, you had this cross to bear that this girl, because she's a girl, she's not a woman, she's still a girl.
Yeah.
By herself, wants to be confident in who she is, but always feels like she's running away from who she is. Ooh, I like that. Wants to be confident of who she is, but also feels like she's constantly running away from who she is. Do you understand that statement?
Yes.
And that makes sense to you now?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. So I'm just going to call her Teresa, okay?
Okay.
I'm trying to get her attention. So when I stop for a moment, I'm like, stop running for a moment. I need to see what's chasing you.
Yeah.
She looks behind her a lot, though, a lot. She's constantly looking behind her. Can you imagine running but constantly looking over your shoulder? That's not easy, is it? Because you don't see what's in front of you and you could miss. Here we go. You could miss what's in front of you if you constantly look behind you. How's that sound?
Good.
So you understand the image.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, Donna is saying, sometimes we have to look at our past. I'm like, yeah, but she's looking at it so much that she could stumble and fall.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel that way now in your present life?
Yeah.
Do you want to get rid of it right now?
Yes.
All right, let's do that. Remember what I said at the beginning. Everything comes out at the time it's meant to come out. And this is the work we need to do right now. Okay. And remember also, Spirit's taking care of it for you. So this should be pretty simple. All right. Well, I just go with what happened. So here's this little girl. I'm trying to get her attention. Okay. But I need you to help me get her attention. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Can you picture what's happening? The ground is all dusty. There are a lot of rocks. She's got that long black dress on. She even has a bonnet on that's black, like she uses to cover her face, constantly looking over her shoulder. Does that image resonate right now? You see it in your head, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can't run fast enough to keep up with her.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just going to have to yell to get her attention. You ready? I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. Okay. I'm going to call her Theresa because of your Thalia. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to call her that. Hey, Theresa.
Hey, Theresa.
Hey, Theresa.
Hey, Theresa.
Can you slow down a bit?
Can you slow down a bit?
There's nothing behind you.
There's nothing behind you.
There's nothing chasing you.
There's nothing chasing you.
So she starts to like slow motion now. Can you give us a chance to catch up to you?
Can you give us a chance to catch up to you?
We'd love to have a chat.
We'd love to have a chat.
She's so confused. And what's interesting is she's looking over her right shoulder at us. We're on the right side. So do you see how we are bringing balance to her? Because she's on my left side in my head, which is all feminine, because back then feminine was scary. Back then to be a woman was scary, right? They didn't just kill witches, they killed women, right? They just wanted women to not exist. So we're like, hey, hang on, we're catching up. Okay, we're almost there.
Okay, we're almost there.
Okay, so she's stopping. She stopped. Okay, I'm a little out of breath. Okay, hang on, we're coming. Hi, Theresa.
Hi, Theresa.
And she's like, how do you know my name? What do you have to say to that?
Because I'm you.
I don't understand that. Who are you and why were you chasing me?
I wasn't chasing you. I was trying to get you to slow down.
Where are all those things that were chasing me?
I guess they were in our mind. And so it was really ourselves, us choosing ourselves.
You're doing very good, very good. All right. If I say okay to that, what does that mean for us? If I say, sure, I understand what you're saying, but what does that mean for us?
It means we can let ourselves live the way maybe we don't think we deserve, but calmly and more peacefully. And so we're more aware of what's really happening.
But I'm still going to be alone, am I not?
It doesn't feel like you're alone if we can talk right now.
So what you're saying is you're going to stay with me?
Yeah.
So what you're saying is if I decide to run again, you're going to run with me?
I will run to catch up with you and slow you down.
So what you're saying is if I decide to run for whatever reason, you don't have that same reason?
No.
Well, how will I know that? How do I know you're not the piece of me chasing me?
I'm also trying to help myself by helping you. I don't know how to explain it, but I want to slow you down and help you really process what's really happening and help you not run away from so much.
But you're not that much older than I am. How do you know any better?
I think that I have experienced a few more years than you of growing, of important growing years. And I do relate to you. And I would have loved some help slowing down for myself.
I'm tired.
Me too.
So Donna speaking now. Speak to her as the adult now to give her comfort, meaning things like, I'm so sorry you felt that way,
Yeah.
that you had to run. I love you. I'm here now.
Okay.
Here I go. I'm going to be back with Theresa now. I'm still not confident that you're the one to help.
I know and can understand what you are going through because I have also been through it. And I'm so sorry that you feel like you have to run all the time. I know what that feels like, and it's not a good feeling. And I love you, and I know that even as big and scary as it feels right now, you will be fine. You will always be okay.
How do I know? That's all well and good, but how do I know you're not going to run ahead of me and take off? Because you're just as scared.
Because I'm holding myself accountable. I'm holding myself accountable to take care of you.
Take care of me. Do you think I can't take care of myself?
I think you could definitely take care of yourself, but I think you would feel better if you opened up to leaning into some help from me and just others who want to be there for you. It doesn't have to be as hard as it is.
I've been alone for so long. This dress is killing me. I can't run anymore in this dress. Can you help me with that?
Maybe you should change into some shorts and a t-shirt.
Do you have a shorts and a t-shirt?
I do.
Do you have any color? Like, do you have a bright yellow? I think I would like yellow. Do you have yellow?
Sure. Yeah.
So this is the point, Donna speaking here, where you're going to go out and buy something yellow for her and wear it yourself.
Yeah.
And even if it's underneath your sweatshirt, it has to symbolize that you listened to her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And it could be just a cheap t-shirt. It could be a bra. It could be underwear. It could be anything yellow. She wants yellow in her life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to trust you. This is Theresa speaking. I'm going to trust you that you're going to get me something yellow. Can I do that? Can I trust you?
Yes.
And I'm going to trust you that you aren't going to run ahead of me.
I promise I won't.
And I'm going to trust you to help me when I look behind me and think something's coming.
I will be there to help you ease that fear.
And if I do look behind me, I'm going to trust that you're going to look in front of me, that I don't trip over anything.
Of course, that sounds like a good plan.
I don't feel like we have to make a contract or anything. I feel that a handshake is good right now. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
And can I get a hug too?
Mm-hmm.
God, I've been alone for so long. For me, it feels like years and years and years and years, but I'm not that old. How does that happen? How does that happen? How do I feel so old, but I'm not that old? How does that happen?
You got ahead of yourself and you'll feel like a kid later on.
That's a good answer. I didn't even know what that answer was going to be.
Mhm.
Okay, I trust you. Do you feel like you have to trust me too?
No, because I feel like I'm reaching inwards. And so I feel like I can trust who you are. I might not trust every impulse you have, that it's beneficial, but I trust that who you are.
I like that line. I trust who you are too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, so where do we go from here? That's her asking you. Where do we go from here?
I guess we just go forward, and when we're feeling that fear or desire to bolt, we'll come back to this conversation and just, remember what we said and remember to slow down and also just knowing that we have each other.
Do you feel, because I feel you've been doing this longer, do you feel like you can keep reminding me of that? All of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I love that. I love that. So, do we start walking now? Do we stay here? Do you take me home with you? Do you come to my home? What's happening?
You can come with me. I would start walking.
If I walk, I can see what's in front of me a lot better.
Yeah.
I can't tell you for sure that I'm not going to want to run, but I trust that you'll stay by my side.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for finding me. Thank you for catching up with me. And thank you for loving me.
Thank you, Theresa. You're also helping me, and I love you.
Deep breath. How do you feel now that you went through that process?
It feels good because it's very easy for me to have empathy for others. And it was helpful to imagine me taking care of myself, just having that empathy for myself.
You didn't hesitate, though. You did fabulous. You did
Thank you.
fabulous. So, how does it feel in your physical body right now?
It feels good because I do feel that running, like it made me feel like I was slowing down too. And also, I have asthma and it's been quite bad recently. And it just really was interesting to me that she was running like so fast because it feels like is something that triggers my breathing and it's very one of those shoes that I'm always scared is going to drop. It has to do with that. So
Now you understand how that bleed through came through as asthma, because you remember I said how dusty it was?
mm-hmm.
She's also breathing in all that dust while she's running, kicking up all that dust. So that
Mm-hmm.
came through into this life in a literal bleed through as asthma.
Yeah, I wonder if
It's a definite. I've done this
mm,
for for 10 years. It's a definite. We don't know if your asthma, certainly, I'm not a doctor, but we don't know if your asthma will get better now. We don't know that. But we also might know, look, when your asthma does kick up, is this something that you can look at with Theresa again? Hey, maybe maybe that's your, I don't like the word trigger, but I'll use it. That's your trigger to say, what am I going to fast with right now?
Yeah.
I like that. How do you feel about that?
I like it.
I feel that you have a really great image of Theresa, right? Everything she felt, everything she was wearing, the whole scene. Yes. So you can call it back up. You also have, do you have any questions about that?
No.
The awareness that you had going through that exercise, the awareness that you had of you, you got it. You just were, I'm like in my head thinking what's going to happen. And you said it. You said exactly what I would have said. So give yourself credit for that. Pat yourself on the back. Can you do that?
Thank you. Yeah.
Good. So going forward today, take really good care of yourself. Drink a lot of liquids, take a nap, take a lot of breath work.
No, it helped me, and I think it helped because I listened to a few of your podcasts before, and so I kind of knew your process to getting straight into it.
Talia, it was great to meet you. I'm honored by your
So
process.
nice to meet you too. Thank you so much, Donna.
You're welcome. Take care of
I
yourself.
hope you have a good day.
You too.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Bye.